Hi there, I'm from Behan from Flaherty.com, and every month I give you different design tips and ideas for your home. And today we're going to talk about getting an amazing outdoor alfresco area just right for you for entertainment, relaxing and enjoying. If you're just joining me, I'm actually from Perth, West Australia, so most of my tips are going to be around that, but this should apply to anywhere in the world, so hopefully you get a few tips from it. When I'm talking about outdoor areas, I'm not talking about your garden so much, although that is important. I am actually talking about your main outdoor living area, such as your alfresco area, which is your outdoor area that's under the main roof, or we're talking about a patio area, which is actually a separate structure that's under your roof. We could be talking about gazebos, outdoor living areas. There's all sorts of different variety, but the main idea is getting an outdoor, relaxing environment for you and how it can work well with your home. When you're actually designing your home, you want to make sure you have 5 key things that you need to take into account. Number 1 is focusing on location. How does your home relate to your outdoor living area? Now, personally, I'm a big fan of having the kitchen near the alfresco area. So therefore, if you do a lot of outdoor entertainment, do you have the indoor-outdoor sort of focus between the two? So that if you're stuck in the kitchen and you're cooking, putting some salad or cooking some dinner for people, and they're out in the alfresco having a good time, can you interact with those two areas? Now, some really good ideas here is having the kitchen right near the alfresco, but also near your main living areas like your meals and family area, and allow you to have sort of a breakfast bar or a window that opens up out to your alfresco area. That way, if people are having a good time outside and you're in the kitchen doing the dishes or you're in the kitchen cooking dinner or whichever, you can still relate with everybody. You're not left out and you're not in a separate area. I think it's a really important part of it. Another thing there is, how do you get from your indoor areas to your outdoor areas? If you're in your meals area and people are going to flow outside, is it a nice, easy transition? If you've got a games area or entertainment area, how is that going to focus into your alfresco area? You really want to make sure that the indoor-outdoor sort of feel is really quite seamless. And really that's an important part of it. Another option for you is a games room area, that if you've got young kids, they're using a games room or play area, or even yourself, can you flow indoor and outdoor when you're entertaining? And Christmas time, birthdays, whichever it might be, you want to make sure that the barbecue area is a focus and is a well-used area. I'm going to show you some photos now of some barbecues and outdoor areas of how they're well used. If you put the barbecue in a good area, one idea is to have the barbecue be part of the kitchen area. It almost seems like one big kitchen. Another way of doing it is have a servery window go from your kitchen to outside, and then you can actually have the indoor kitchen serve out to outside. So for example, if you're having a barbecue and someone's making salads, they can transfer the salads from inside to outside, and that's a nice, easy process, and it sort of has that big flow sort of effect for you. Another way of doing it is have the kitchen open up to the alfresco area. So therefore, if you open up the sliding doors, the kitchen flows into the outdoor area and the barbecue's right there. Another one is functionality. Quite often you get alfresco areas that are just too narrow or too small. When you put a table out there and you're trying to put chairs around it, can you actually fit everybody around there comfortably? Can they spread out? Can you get access from there to your backyard past the table? If you're going to do a pool table or if you're going to have a table tennis table, are you going to have enough room to actually get past it? So really, I would say a minimum width of an alfresco area would be at least 4 meters. And also if you went 4x4, that's probably the minimum I would look at. Try maybe 4, a rectangle is good, so 4x5 or longer could work for you. If you're going to have a table tennis area, I would highly recommend, or a pool area or just a lounge room area where you can relax and chill out. That's great though, but again, you want to allow probably equal size as the 4x4 for that area as well. Again, if you try to put too much into your alfresco area, it's just going to look cramped and it's just not going to give you that relaxing natural feel to it. So alfresco areas, good size, good proportions. The other thing with that as well though is that if you have it too narrow and the sun's coming over, you'll find that the sun will be hitting into that alfresco area. And if you're in a warmer climate like I am, you probably want to avoid the sun as much as you can so you don't melt while you're in the alfresco area. You just want to make it nice and usable. The focus of what the alfresco is going to look at. So if you've got an alfresco area and you're sitting there, what's it overlooking? Quite often I see designs where people say, oh, I love this design. They put it on their block and all they're doing from the alfresco area is they're staring at a fence. It's not the most exciting thing, especially if you only have a small gap between the alfresco and the fence. If you have a nice long backyard, use it. Make sure that your living area or your outdoor area is actually focusing on your backyard. We'll talk about more of this in another video. But the reality is you want to have this big, nice, long flow from indoor to outdoor. If you have a swimming pool especially and you're sitting outside and you want to watch the kids in the pool, awesome option for you. You might want to think about water features or how you're going to do your garden so it complements your alfresco area and how your outdoor area or alfresco area complements your backyard. think about that, of how it all relates together. How you're going to finish your home is a really important part. What are you going to do for flooring? What are you going to do for a ceiling? How are you actually going to finish it, and how are you going to give that feel? A couple options for you is you can do paved base, which is just paving, can look good. Block pavers, the bigger the paver, the better I feel it looks. And they look great. They are probably the cheapest option you can go for. The issue with pavers, I guess, is that ants can come through them. You get some weeds that will grow through them, and it can be a bit of maintenance for you there as far as the pavers go, but it is the cheapest option. Another option for you is a poured limestone look, which is actually they pour limestone over the ground. Very important that you seal this properly, as it can be prone to staining. But the great thing about the poured limestone is in hot weather, really hot weather, you can walk on it with bare feet and it's actually nice and cool. Gives you a really nice finish to the home. It is yellow, so it gives you sort of like a comfortable, sort of relaxing sort of feel to it. But I also do find that the sun can hit it and it can reflect. If you're in a warmer climate, this can be a bit of an issue for you, and you might get a bit of a sunburn coming from the bottom as opposed from the sun coming from the top. So that's one thing to look at it. Aggregate's another one, which is poured concrete with stones in it. You can go for a smooth, honed finish if you like. It's a bit more expensive, or you can go for a rougher feel. Aggregate's probably one of my favourite ones because one, it's beautiful, it's easy to walk on, it does look great. No weeds, fantastic. No ants, fantastic. It can be prone to cracking a little bit. Some people like that as a feature, some people don't. But yeah, the finish there is really quite nice. I do like that, and it's fantastic from that point of view. Another one there is you could do decking. So timber decking outside. The great thing about timber decking is it just gives you that wood timber look, which I think feels quite natural, and well, obviously timber's natural, but it feels quite warm to walk on. It gives you that sort of homely sort of feel. I really like that idea. The thing with the timber though is you probably, if it's getting a lot of sun, you probably will have to recoat it. Bit of maintenance there, a couple of times a year depending on how hot it is, just to keep the oil in there so it doesn't warp. Decking really is beautiful. I do recommend having a step up from the backyard, stepping onto the decking, and then have it nice and flush with the house, so you walk straight through, so it gives you that indoor-outdoor sort of flow again. Another tip with finishing it as well, with whatever you choose, paving or aggregate or timber decking, I would actually deck or pave outside bigger than the alfresco area. Even if you go a metre outside that area or more, it'll actually give you the feeling that the alfresco area is bigger and give you that nice transition from indoor to outdoor alfresco area to outdoor backyard. It's just a nice transition, but it will make it feel bigger, more roomy, even though you're spilling outside of the home. Lastly is what you're going to do on the ceiling. There's a couple of options you can do on the ceiling. You could do a gyprock finish, which is what you find in most ceilings in your home. Nice and smooth, white finish to your ceiling. Nice, clean, crisp look. It looks great. A lot of people put timber on top, so they actually do a timber cedar lining in the roof, which actually looks quite nice as well. Probably wouldn't do the decking and the cedar finish on top, but each to your own. Some people love that. I'd probably do an aggregate concrete base in the bottom and then a timber up top just to offset it a little bit. I really do like the timber look with the aggregate look at the bottom, because you've got the stone, which is more of a colder sort of feel, with the warmer sort of natural sort of feel with the timber up top. So I think it's a really nice combination, but you know, gyprock's fine. A lot of cheaper builders will actually do a hardy flex, which is a lined ceiling out in the alfresco area. It is waterproof, it is great, but it just doesn't give you the same finish as what a gyprock will be. If you're building in Perth, West Australia, generally it's about $1,000 more for gyprock. So if it's in your budget, probably would upgrade to that as a minimum. But that's completely up to you, depending on where you sit. Please feel free to leave a comment down below about your own ideas of how you can make amazing outdoor areas. I'm sure other people can definitely benefit from your advice and tips. And give me your comments about how you found the video, how we can improve, and what other videos you would like to hear in the future. I encourage you to subscribe down below. So please, I hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks very much.